Namaskara. So yes, today we will be starting our next topic, which is substitution method. Okay, of our linear equations in two variables chapter. If you haven't watched my first 3 to 4 videos, okay, I have covered introduction part, I have covered graphical method, I have covered exercise 3.1 and example questions. If you haven't watched it, just search in the YouTube linear equations in two variables Varshini Gondkar classes, and you'll find it. Okay, yes. So in today's topic, in today's video, what are we going to learn? We are going to learn substitution method. So what is the substitution method? Why do we need this? Right? Because we already have graphical method, isn't it, to solve? Then why substitution method? So first, let us clear that doubt. See, what is the problem when graph fail us? So why not graph? Okay, so the problem is, see, graphs are great, but terrible for messy non-integer coordinates. Like if you get root 3, or if you get to root 7, or 4 by 13, 1 by 19, okay? If you get something weird, like think about, 9.01 or 0.025, isn't it? So I would tell you, if 0 doesn't work, then move on to 1 whenever you're substituting for x and y, isn't it? So if you get something like this, I would tell you to avoid this. Why? Because you cannot plot it in the graph, right? So that is why we sometimes need we felt like we need another method, and that's where we got our substitution method. Okay, substitution method, we got our substitution method. Understanding why not graphical method, why are we shifting to substitution method? Okay, yes, so let's get started with this method. So in this method, what should you do? How should you solve your question? Is, first of all, you remember these three steps. These three steps will, I'm going trust me, it's going to help you a lot. Okay, whenever you see a equation and whenever you're solving it by substitution method, you are going to use these three steps only. Okay, see, first is isolate and box. First, isolate and box. Now you may be not, you may not understand what I'm telling you, but while solving it, I'm going to tell you what to do. Pick the easiest equation and isolate and variable. So you'll be given with two equations, see, which is simple and easy, like which have less coefficients, integer type coefficient, like that. Okay, pick such easiest equation and isolate one variable. For example, make it x is equal to, I'm going to help you. Okay, in the example you'll be understanding everything, but now just see to the steps. So first is isolate and box. Second, the swap, substitute. You're going to substitute. Remember, it has substitute only because we call it as substitution method. Okay, take the box and plug it into the other equation. The other equation, solve with the remaining variable. Okay, remember this. Just now I'm telling you the step. In the next slide, I'm going to explain with an example. You'll understand it. Okay, first is isolate and box. Second is substitute. The third is boomerang. Now, what is boomerang? Plug your new answer back into your step 1 box to find the final missing piece. I know you're not able to understand, but still. Okay, so this is how you're going to do it. Okay, just for sample. So first step, repeat after me. First step, isolate and box. Second step, substitute. Third step, the boomerang. First isolate and box, and next is substitute. Third is boomerang. Okay, remember these three steps, and they are going to help you throughout. Okay, this is a trick. Okay, this is your trick. You keep asking, no, give me tricks, right? So this is your trick. Okay, so first step is isolate, second step is to substitute, third is to boomerang. Okay, I hope you're able to understand what I'm telling you guys. So yes, let's see it with an example now. Okay, yes, yeah, practice. Problem block now. 7x minus 15 is equal to 2 is my equation 1. X plus 2y is equal to 3 is my equation number 2. See, I had told you whichever has less coefficient, try to take that. See, here you have 7x minus 15y. So this also has a coefficient, this also has a coefficient. But if you see to this equation, x doesn't have any coefficient. It is free. So it seems to be easier, isn't it? So first is isolate the easy one. So you're going to first select the easiest one. And now you're going to write it in terms of x, or you can write it in terms of y. Okay, you can write it in the form of y because in graphical method we would do that only. But here they have told us to do isolate it with this x. Actually, what happens is sometimes y may be easier, sometimes x may be easier. Here x seems very easier. Why not y? So if you write it in the terms of y, how it looks is, see, x plus 2y is equal to 3. Okay, this is what you have. Now if you write it in the terms of y, it looks something like this. Okay, 2y is equal to 3 minus x. Okay, and then y is equal to 3 minus x by 2. So this looks very weird, isn't it? Scary sometimes. So that is why what do we do is, if I substitute in the terms of x, then it looks easier. Okay, so that is why I have told isolate the easy one. Okay, take one easier equation and isolate that. Okay, so now next step, what should you do in the next step? See, step 2, substitute our golden ticket. Okay, so what did we do is, see, let me just show you. Yeah, here whichever we substituted it in the terms of x. Okay, let me write it here. X is equal to, I wrote it as 3 minus 2y, right? My equation was x plus, okay, x plus 2y is equal to 3. This was my equation. This was my equation, and I wrote it in the terms of x. Now step 2 is, okay, step 2 is substitute the golden ticket. This was our golden ticket. Okay, if you have observed, it was written in the back slide. I'll show you. Okay, yeah, here it is our golden ticket. Okay, so what we are going to do is, we are going to substitute that golden ticket into the second equation. What was the second equation? It was 7x. Okay, 7x minus 15y minus 15 y is equal to 2. Okay, in terms wherever in the place of x, we are going to substitute this. X is equal to 3 minus 2y. So 3 minus 2y we are going to substitute here, because here also there is x, here also there is x, isn't it? So what we're going to do is, we are going to substitute this x to this x. Understanding? So see, we have substituted this, and then start solving. See, 7 into 3 is 21, and 7 2s are 14. Okay, so then send 21 this side, and 14 minus 14 and minus 15 will give you 29 by, and 21 2 minus 21 will give you minus 19. So y is 19 by 29. What is your y? Y is 19 by 29. If y is 19 by 29, then the third step was boomerang. Boomerang means what I had told you. Substitute back the x in the equation. Now what we got, whatever we had equation, this one, okay, x is equal to 3 minus 2y. Now in place of y, what we have got, this answer now, 19 minus 29, whatever we have got y answer, we are going to substitute that here, because here there was y, right? It was x is equal to 3 minus 2y. Now in this place of y, I substituted the answer I got. I substituted the answer I got, and now you can easily solve the x. So I even got x. I got x. So this is how you can solve substitution method, using substitution method. So I got x, I got my y. Okay, so tip is always verify by plugging both back into the original equations. Whatever original equation you have, right? X plus 2y is equal to 3. Substitute this and then solve. Let me help you with this. So what was my equation? 2x, if I'm not wrong, just a minute, I forgot the equation. X plus 2y is equal to 3. Yes, x plus, let me write it, x plus, oh, see, I have written wrong. Yeah, x plus, what was it? X plus 2y is equal to 3, right? Yes. Now, just a minute. Yeah, in place of x, I'll substitute 49 by 29. 49 by 29 plus 2 into, what is in the place of y? 19 by 29. If I solve this, I should get 3. So let's check it. Okay, so 49 by 29 plus 2 into 19 is 38. So 38 by 29. Okay, so if I add 49 plus 38, 49, which will give me 87, right? 87 by 29. 87 by 29. So if you see 29 into 3 is, okay, 29 into 3 is 3 nines are 27, 3 2s are 6, 7, 8. So you are getting 29 ones are 29 threes. Right? So yes, it is satisfied, which means my x and y values are correct. I hope you're able to understand this. Yes. So this is how you solve substitution method. First is isolate. Second is substitute. Third is boomerang. I hope it is clear. If it is not clear, once again, I'll explain you. So you are provided with two equations. You are going to first isolate the easy one, and then you're going to write it in terms of x or y, whichever is suitable for you. Once you do this, okay, once you do this, next step what you're going to do is you are going to substitute that x or y into x or y. Means if you're substituted for x, then in place of x you're going to write that value. If you are substituted for y, then you're going to substitute that into that y. Okay, now I have substituted it for x, so I got this minus 15 y is equal to 2, and I'll solve this where I'll get y. If you have substituted for x, you'll get y. If you have substituted for y, you'll get x. Okay, yeah. And then is boomerang back to the equation 3. So whichever equation you had substituted, into that you put the y value and you'll get x value, and your x and y both are done. Okay, I hope you were able to understand this. Okay, now yes, age word problem. These are the most interesting problems where you'll be finding ages. Okay, ready? Yes, come. Boss fight. Yeah. Now, see, Aftab is a father's name. Okay, he's a father. Father in the sense he has a daughter. Okay, like our father, like your father is also a father. 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you, but 3 years from now, I'll be 3 times as old as you. What is father telling? Okay, so instead of Aftab, keep your father's name. Okay, keep your father's name. Okay, so your father is telling you 7 years ago. Okay, 7 years ago, 7 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ. Okay, 7 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ, I was 7 times as old as you. 7 times. Whenever you get times, you're going to multiply. He was 7 times. Means if you were like 7 years ago, means now you are 15 years. Okay, you're 15-year-old. Okay, I'll assume you as 15-year-old. Okay, 7 years back, 7 years ago, how much were you? 10 minus 7 is 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you were 8-year-old. So if you're 8, you are 8-year-old, and if your father is telling I was 7 times as old as you, which means 8 into 7. So he is this much age. He was this much age. When you were 8, he was 8 into 7 times. 7 times means you're going to multiply. Okay? Yes. So I was 7 times as old as you, but 3 years from now. When he was telling 3 years from now, which means he's talking about the future. 3 years from now, andre ivattinda 3 years. Ivattinda 3 ವರ್ಷದ ನಂತರ. Okay, from now 3 years. आज से 3 साल बाद. Are you able to understand? Yes. I'll be 3 times as old as you. I'll be 3x than you. He's telling this thing. Okay. Now, how will you solve this? See, first of all, make such table for now. As days passes, as your practice increases, you will be able to solve it easily. But for now, follow this. What you're going to do is, first of all, present. Present, let Aftab be S. Aftab age, I'm going to assume it as yes. And daughter to be as T. 7 years ago means minus 7. 7 years ago. Ago means Hindi, which is negative, minus. From now I'll be from now 3 years means plus 3. From now 3 years. So what I'll do is plus 3. And now Aftab was 7 s minus 7, isn't it? Now if you were 15 years now, if I have to tell you what was your age 7 years ago, means you're going to do 15 minus 7. So that's why yes minus 7, and daughter was T minus 7. Daughter 2 was 7 years ago, she was also younger, so T minus 7. Now equation yes minus 7 is equal to 7 times. Now he told I was 7 times as old as you. So what we do is, just a minute, let me clean it up. Okay. Yeah. What did he tell you? He told I was 7 times as old as you. So Aftab was, okay, Aftab was 7 times as old as you. Okay, sorry. Here it should be 7, right? Yeah. 7 years ago. Yeah. T minus 7. So he was 7 times as old as you. So that is why we have formed such equation. I had told you while making the equation in my previous videos, whenever you get is, put equal to, was, put equal to, right? Had explained you how to decode it and make equations, right? So I was in the when you get was, is, you're going to put equal to sign. Okay, so that's why I put equal to sign. Now solve this. Okay, so yes minus 7. Okay, yes minus 7 is equal to 70 minus 7 sevens are 49, right? Yes. Now yes minus 70, make variables one side and constant another side. Minus 49 plus 7, right? Here it was minus 7. When it shifts here, it will become plus. When you solve it, s minus 70 is equal to minus 49 plus 7 will give you minus 42, will give you minus 42. See, this is the first equation. I had told you whenever you have to solve two variables, how many equations do you need? Yes, you need two equations, correct? I have got one equation. Now I have to find another equation, which I'll get from the second clue. Okay, see, Aftab will be s plus 3, even his daughter will be t plus 3, correct? If you're now 15 years, after 3 years, after 3 years means you would have completed your second PUC and you will be getting into a degree college. Okay, so yes, from 3 years from now means 15 plus 3, 15 plus 3, right? Yes. So in the same way, s plus 3 and t plus 3, whatever their age we have assumed to be yes and t, we are going to add plus 3 to that, and then once again make this equation as like this. See, now let me clean this. Let's do this properly. Now no, yes plus 3 is who? It is Aftab. He told that I will be. Okay, so that then also you are going to put equal to sign. He told I'll be 3 times as you, right? Once again solve this. When you solve this, you're going to get your second equation. You will be getting your second equation. Now when you were solving by whenever you were solving by graphical method, you would write y in terms of y and then plot it, isn't it? Here also you can write it in the terms of yes or in the terms of t, and you can plot the graph. But I don't know what type of numbers you may get. You may get integers, you may get you know you may not get integers, you may get very weird numbers while solving. Okay, that's why what we will be doing is we will be using our easiest method, which is our uh, substitution method. So what will we do is, from equation 2 is easier. If you observe, your equation 2 looks easier. See, just a minute. Yeah, yes minus 3t is equal to 6 is easier than yes minus 70 plus 42, isn't it? So that is why what did we do is we selected second equation because it seems easier. Next, plug into equation 1. So yes, it is in the terms of yes only, easier, right? So what did I do is I put this value in the second equation and then solved it, and I got yes is equal to 42. Aftab is 42-year-old and his daughter is 12-year-old. We got our answer. Okay, just substitution method, you're going to solve it by substitution method. Let me explain this also in good way, okay, so that you don't get confused. See, what was my equation? Just a minute, I'll just write this equation here to explain you. Yes minus 70 plus 42 is equal to 0. Correct? Yes. So going to the next slide. Yeah. Now, in the place of yes, what did we put? We put this, right? So this became 3t plus 6 minus 70 plus 42 is equal to 0. And now solve. When you solve this, see 3t plus 6 minus 70 minus I think plus 70. Yeah, it's minus 70. So minus 70 and plus 3t will give you minus 40, and then plus 6 plus 42 will give you plus 48. But what you do is you shift it here, so that's why you got, see, minus 40 is equal to minus 48. Let me teach you. Okay, now 3t and 70 became minus 40. Correct? This one I think you have no problem. 42 plus 6 is 48. Yes, is equal to 0. Now minus 40, this is t, is equal to, I shifted this side, so minus 48. So now minus gets cancelled, and 4t is equal to 48. So yes, 4 ones are 4 12s are, means 12 fours are 48. So shift reciprocal it. 4 12s are 48. Okay, yes, 4 12s are 48. So t is equal to 12. Who was t? Who was t? Daughter was t, right? Let me show you. Let me show you just a minute. See, daughter was T, Aftab was yes. Now whose we got? We got T. T is daughter. So their daughter's age is 12. We substituted boomerang, right? So we substituted that in the equation, and we got yes is equal to 42. So Aftab is 42 and his daughter is 12. His daughter is 12-year-old. I hope you're able to understand this. See, sometimes what happens is, so this is a meme, okay? This is a meme. When you're solving a word problem in math and you get father's age just 1 year and son's age just 29-year-old, and it looks so weird, okay? While solving, sometimes what happens is, you now like, see, let me tell you. Sometimes what happens is, if you don't solve it properly, you will get t as 42, okay? T as 42 and yes as 12. Yes as 12. Now what was t? T is daughter. And what is yes? Yes was father. Now how can a father can be 12-year-old and daughter be 42-year-old, isn't it? Sometimes you'll get some such types of answers. And that is why we have a meme for it like this. See, if you solve it like this, na? If you solve it something like this, then it something looks like this. See, he is bigger and he is smaller. Okay, so yes, so remember, whenever you get something like this, remember this meme. Oh yeah, okay, and then make it correct. Okay, so yes, then variable vanishes. Sometimes what happens is, while solving, your variables are going to vanish away. How? See, cost of 2 pencils and 3 erasers. You bought 2 pencils and 3 erasers. Okay, so that was 9 rupees. It costed the cost of the 2 pencils and 3 erasers was 9 rupees. So you don't know any cost on anything. So that's why you assumed pencils to be x and erasers to be y, and you made the equation as 2x plus 3y is equal to 9. See, it is made here. Yes. And then cost of 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. You made it. Now to solve x and y, you applied the substitution method. What were the steps? Isolate, second is substitute, third is boomerang. Remember, you did all these 3 steps and solved it. But what did you get was 18 is equal to 18. You did not get x is equal to 18 or y is equal to 18. You got 18 is equal to 18. Now see, like this only would have become. Right? So wait, where did the x and y go? What did this mean now? The question is, what did this mean? Why didn't we get x is equal to or y is equal to? Why are we getting 18 is equal to 18? Observe this. Now I substituted x is equal to 9 minus 3y by 2, and then I substituted it into this, and then I simplified it. So why am I getting this? What is the problem? It is not a problem. See, let me shift this here for now. Okay. Yeah. So the universal truth, which means it is truth. Okay, means that equation holds good for it. Okay, see, the meaning 18 is equal to 18 is a statement that is, it is always true. Universal truth means what? It is always true. Okay, like whatever you throw up, it will definitely come true. It is universal truth. It is a universal truth, which means it is always true. On the earth, wherever you go and throw any object on top, everything will come and fall down, isn't it? So it is a universal truth, which means it is happening always. If you throw in the morning, it came down, and you tried it in the night, you throw it up and it went up. Will it happen? No, it will definitely come down. Okay, you got up at 1 o'clock, okay, and you thought, oh, maybe now gravity doesn't work, so you took your pencil, throw it up, and did not find your pencil. Will it happen? No, right? It will come back down, which means it is always true. See, this statement, with this statement 18 is equal to 18, if you get something like this, it is a statement that tells you that it is always true, no matter what y is, whatever the y is, but you are getting that value itself. This is what this is telling you. I know you may not be able to catch it up, but let's move on, because the statement is completely true. These aren't two different equations. They are the exact same equation in disguise. What were our equations? Just a minute. Let's move back, okay? Let me take time and explain you, but you should understand it. See, my equations were, let me write it down here so that it will be easier for me to explain. 2x plus 3y is equal to 9. 4x plus 6y is equal to 80. Yes, so let's move to this slide. See, whenever you get something like that, like 18 is equal to 18, 6 is equal to 6, 5 is equal to 5, 2 is equal to 2, whenever you're getting like this, which means both the equations, both equations are not a different equation, they are exact the same. How? See, here 2x plus 3y is equal to 9, here 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. I'm able to see it, that they are different. But you're not able to observe that 4 is 2 times 2, 6 is 2 times 3, 18 is 2 times 9. 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6, 9 2s are 18. Right? So, which means these both are same equations, but you have just multiplied 2 to the same equation. Are you able to understand it now? Yes. Therefore, there are infinitely many solutions. Take these both. Okay, let us do this with the ratio rule. You have learned ratio rule, isn't it? Okay. 2 by 4 is equal to 3 by 6 is equal to 9 by 18, which is 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. Correct? So whenever you would get A1 is equal to A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2, you would tell that I am getting coincident lines. Coincident lines means infinitely many solutions. So see, how did we connect those both? Graphical method and substitution method, right? So whenever you get something like this, always true cases, that means those both equations are same, exact same, but maybe it is 3 times, or maybe it is 4 times, maybe it is 10 times, or maybe it is 2 times, or maybe both are same. Are you able to understand? Only then such cases come, and visually you are getting something like this coincident line. I hope you are able to understand this. Yes, and if you have learned graphical method, you'll definitely understand this. Okay, so they are the same line. Yes, and the next thing is the impossible line. What is this now? See, this and this, these both were my equations. Substitute x is equal to this into equation 2. Okay, write it in terms of x, which is 4 minus 2y, and put it into this. So when you solve it, you're getting something like this. When you get something like this, the meaning is it is impossible. It is always false. It is always false, which means no solutions. It is inconsistent. It is no solution. When you get no solution, when you get parallel line, when a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, but it is not equal to c1 by c2. But it is not equal to c1 by c2. If you observe here, the ratios are like that only. See, 1 by 2 is equal to, here you have 2 and 4, here you have 2y, there you have 4y. 2 by 4 is again 1 by 2, right? So 1 by 2, but next what you have is 4 by 12. So it is not equal. Correct? See, you're getting something like this, which means it is impossible, always false, no solutions. How are we relating the substitution method and graphical method? Are you able to understand this? Yes. So this is the connectivity what we are building now. Yes. Now, see, when you get something concepts like this, build it properly. Build it properly. Write it in your notes. Whatever is there in your slides, write them properly. Because from here only you may get MCQs, twisted MCQs. They may ask you, they may give you these two equations and they'll tell you which type of line will you get. Intersecting lines, parallel lines, coincident lines, none of the above. Now you don't know what to do. But the smart children know who have learned this. What will they do? They'll check ratio rule. Or they'll see, by substituting this, they'll see whether it is always false, always true, or what it is. Or what they may do is, they may give something like this, they may solve it, and they may give you like this only, take this example only, -4 is equal to 0, which type of line will you get? Right? But the children who have learned this and they have gone to exam, they know how to do this. Are you able to understand this? Yes. I hope the concept is clear. See, you're building up the concepts now. So, see, what can be conclude is, x is equal to a number, y is equal to a number. What it means, one unique solution, equations are consistent. Okay, we showed you the visual proof. A true statement, infinitely many solutions, right? A false statement means no solution. So yes, these are the things which we have learned today, and I hope you have understood the substitution method properly. In the upcoming videos, I'll be covering example questions, exercises questions, and I assure you that your concepts will be clearer. More than here, your concepts will be cleared there, because you will be solving the questions. Okay, now you're just learning the concepts. Maybe some of the things are just floating in your mind. What is this? What is that? See, whenever you first time learn something yourself, it may feel difficult. But as days passes, as you are practiced with it, you will be feeling easier. Okay, so hoping you have understood it, and if you have any doubt, comment below. I'll definitely explain it to you. Okay, yes.